We're here with Emma Correll-Roberts of the women racing team going to New York. This is pretty exciting. Tell us a bit about your role.
It's really exciting. So I am sailing on the boat as a mast, but I'm also the team's communications and logistics manager. So it's a bit of a varied job description. So on the boat, lots of physical work. Off the boat, a lot of computer, desk, Teams calls, meetings, proposals. So yeah, a bit of both.
You're just the right person for it. Plenty of experience in that. So about the boat and about your role, because the front end of the boat's pretty critical, isn't it? It's plenty to do, even though you've only got 3 sails.
Yeah, that's right.
Tell us a bit about what you're really trying to fine-tune with Tara up on the bow there.
So Tara and I'm on mast and Tara's on bow. So her and I are working really closely together with Pitt on all the hoists and the drops and jibes. It's been a real fine-tuning of timing, utilising the strength on the bow. Obviously, I've got a bit of height behind me, so that's good. I can throw myself at a halyard, and then that's when Juliet comes in. She's in the middle of the boat, and she comes in to back me up on the hoist. So we've been doing a little bell ringing just to keep it fast.
Bell ringing?
Yeah, so jumping in and out. So me on one big downhaul, Juliet on the next. So
right, interesting.
Yeah. Coordination.
Yeah, excellent. One of the things in this one design fleet, it's 20 of you, 20 boats. You're all going to be getting to the top mark pretty close. You've got to be super adaptable, haven't you? Because it's boat and boat stuff. It might be a bear-away set, or there might be suddenly a sudden change to a jibe set and things.
I think we're just going to have to be ready for whatever is thrown at us. Apparently, they do a very long offset there, so there's a big, long gravy train. And we're just going to have to be ready for anything, I think. So adaptable and ready to jump.
And also it's a boat that's quite sensitive on balance and so on. So, crew positions and everything are pretty critical.
Yeah.
Jumping in, but then getting straight back into your slot.
You are very right. You're very right. We've been working a lot on crew weight, and Juliet in the middle of the boat has been brilliant on that. So we're doing really small incremental weight shifts and then sometimes a big throw across the boat. So the half press is very key, but then also full weight.
Half press, tell us what that is.
Half press, so when you want to do a little power up, you're doing a half press, so moving from the rail to the middle of the boat as opposed to throwing yourself fully across the boat.
And in a bit of breeze too, not getting off the rail too early at the top mark either, which is another tricky one when you've got a job to do up there.
Oh, my one's a fun one. So I'm sitting on the rail and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm getting itchier and itchier and I just want to go for the halyard, but I have to stay out as long as I can. And then finally I get the 3, 2, 1 hoist call and I leap off the rail, go to the halyard, and it's a bit of a scramble, but we get there. So. And
speaking as a former mast man, and I don't think I would have been half as good as you, there's actually some technique to getting that thing up really quickly, isn't it? A hand over hand and things.
Yeah, hand over hand. You go.
Hand angle and everything.
Yep, that's right. Yep, and then knowing when you need to call someone in. Obviously, in the heavier weather, having 2 people on the hoist. I was going to say 2 men on the hoist. 2 ladies on the hoist is pretty crucial if it gets heavier and later in the day when I'm getting pretty knackered. Juliet's been saving my butt. Yeah,
that's excellent.
Yeah.
So, what's most exciting you about this event?
I think the faith that the Sydney and Australian boating community has shown in our team. So there's been so much support. It's incredible to see the people that have come behind us. Obviously, Palm Beach Motor Yachts has a long history with the Oatley family, who I sail with a lot under the Wild Oats banner. And so to have him supporting us, Mark Richards, and the support that they're offering on the ground is going to be phenomenal. So having people like Rico's faith in a program like this is one thing. And then other companies such as Buckingham Marine Services, it's been great having people who are heavily involved in the marine industry see what we're doing and they're willing to back us both financially, morally, ethically. I love it. They're all coming to the party, and then having a major title sponsor like Shaw and Partners Financial Services has just been beyond what we could dream. When about a year ago this yacht race pinged into our horizon, we knew we wanted to do it, and Katie and Stacey and I had some really great conversations about how we would do it, but I didn't know how well we'd be able to pull it off. And so the fact that it's all come together and we've been able to, once you've got some money in the bank, the worries are a little bit less and you can actually go sailing and utilise your time on the water. So. And
it matters having all those partners, not just sponsors and other things, but people with the experience, like Pat Langley's here and so on, sort of people who can gee you up, give you confidence. Yeah,
and then we've had Brady Lowe, who is one of the Australian sailing high performance coaches. He has come on board as our team coach, and while we'd be a little bit limited on the water with the coaching we can receive over there, I think having people like Brady who've worked in a high performance environment for a really long time will be great for settling the nerves and doing a really valuable debrief and going back out the next day and going out there with a clear clear mind. So,
And finally, fantastic to have 2 boats.
yes, that's right. Yeah.
Tell us about your partners in crime.
It's been really great having 2 Australian teams on the start line. Obviously there's 20 teams on the start line, and to have 2 Australian teams is going to be phenomenal. And I think I'm hoping we can be friends on the water. Hopefully our little red flags will stay away between the 2 boats. But it's going to be great to have a big group of Aussie women over there. Once again, Rico has suggested that we have an Aussie barbecue. So both us and Karen's team will actually be spending a bit of time off the water together over there as well. So
Fantastic.
That's really cool.
And I'm sure the club will love that as well.
Oh,
So
it'll be
that's really
great.
good.
Yeah, it'll be good. Yeah.
Well, all the best. And we're
Thank
looking
you
forward
so
to seeing
much.
how you
Yeah.
fare.
No, we really appreciate it. Thanks for
Thanks.
coming down.